Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Bree from With Love Bree, and today I am hopping on to do a design team project for Buttons Galore and More. This is for their fall sub box. So if you guys haven't seen, they do have a subscription box where you will receive a seasonal kind of like box every 45 days. So I highly suggest checking it out. I will leave it linked down below for you guys so you guys can go ahead and check it out. I honestly believe it's worth it. You guys get so much in one box to get some projects done. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. So on their website, you're gonna click instantly. It's gonna be, my battery's gonna die. But it says Fall Buttons Galore and More box. That's because, you know, fall's coming up, so that's the most recent one. And you're just gonna click subscribe and save. And I already shared this box right here, which is what we're going to be working with today, but it's only $19.34. If you want to do a one-time purchase for the box, it's $21.49. If you want to subscribe and save, you can do that and save 10%, and you get a delivery every 45 days. So if you guys have seen my haul videos, you guys see what they carry, and their boxes are just like my hauls. You get a little bit of everything to get your projects done. So that is the sub box, and today from the sub box I'm going to be using the autumn leaf buttons, which are scattered around, and also the jewels in topaz, which are these really pretty like orangish yellow jewels. And I am going to be using a couple other things. So I'm going to be using for my sentiment this Hero Arts Thanks stamp and die set. You can get this from Joann's. I'm not sure if they still have it, but that's where I grabbed mine. And then from Trinity Stamps, I am using this Halloween mug. Oh, sorry, it's called Boo Brew, but this one you can create either a Halloween themed mug or a fall like pumpkin mug. And then from my stash, I also used a tag die. You can use any tag die, but I already die cut everything because I was trying to make multiples of these and thought I would go ahead and record my process. So I did use that to make a card base, and then I also used just a banner die, and what I did was I just shaped my stamp set to the style of banner that I was using, which is this one right here. So that's what I use there. Okay, so I already have some things prepped, but this is what we're going to be creating. We're going to be making a different like patterned one, but everything else is going to be the same. But I thought I'd share with you guys how I created this. I will be doing a Halloween project also using the same die, so keep an eye out for that. But this is a card, so you can hang it on a gift, and you can also write a message inside. And right here, what I did was I tied the string around the ribbon. This ribbon is just decorative element, but this right here actually unravels. So it unravels, and then you can use this on a gift and tie it around a gift. So that way you have a tag. So you can either use it or just leave it as is, but there's that. So here's a closer look. And here's where I used the jewels, and then here I used the buttons. And so let's go ahead and just get started so that way this video is not too long. Okay, so like I said, I already have stuff die cut. This is the card base. I'm using 110-pound, like, sorry guys, my sister is actually over. I went to go pick her up and she is going to be spending a little bit of time with us. Okay. So anyway, I already have this card base die cut out of 110-pound cardstock, and it's in this like natural color card, and this is from Michael's, from their light pink 110-pound set. A lot of us use it, so that's where that came from. And then this is my pattern paper. Actually, the pattern paper pad that I used is is in the kitchen, so I am going to link down the one that I used. I don't know if it's still available, but it's from Michael's, I think last year, and it's actually a really pretty fall paper pad. So I am using that paper, and then I am going to put together all these little pieces. So let me grab it all. Okay, so this is our thanks. I die cut the thanks out of foam and the same cardstock that I used for the card base, and we're going to be coloring this with some distress oxides, so I'm going to set that aside. Okay, so I like to work on the smaller pieces here, and so I'm going to put this together here. If this is probably going to get out before my Halloween one, so you'll be seeing me put together this cup a couple of times because it's such a pretty cup. Where did I put my, oh, I don't really do fall things, but because I have this sub box, I wanted to try to do something that wasn't Halloween out of the fall subscription box. So and don't mind my nails. The pearls just came off. Luckily, these are pearls that I brought myself, so that they put on, and so luckily I could just put them, glue them back on, but they are missing some, so don't judge me. I've just been doing so much that it's just, my nails haven't survived. Okay. And this die you can get from scrapbook.com or Trinity Stamps website. Pretty sure it's still available. It's an older die, but I think I've seen it on scrapbook.com a couple times. I definitely recommend getting it too. Such a cute die. Okay. So there's that, and in the middle. Perfect. Lined up so nicely. Alright. So there is the mug. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know if you guys can see, but there is like faux stitching on the layering pieces. Love how it looks. So there is the mug. Then this part right here, I am going to add some diamond dust to it. I love my diamond dust, so I'm just going to add some glue to some of this like whipped cream type stuff. I'm just going to add it to certain parts of the die cut, not all over it. I just kind of like having a hint of it sometimes. I'm not going to put it at the bottom because that's where it's going to get glued to the mug, so I don't want it to get in the way. I think that should be good. Do a little bit here. And I'm just going to grab this side. And I'm just going to dip this in here. Perfect. So I'll show you guys how it looks. It's really cute. Because the glue is white, it looks white, but it'll be clear. So let me show you guys the difference. But it just shines so nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to the mug. Just like that. Just going to hold down on that. Okay, and then there's little cinnamon sticks that you layer up onto each other. And I'm going to go ahead and use that here on the side. Just gonna add some glue. Okay. And then I am going to add my, whoa. I'm going to add the leaf and the stem, or this little vine right here. Okay, so let me, I'm just going to use some liquid glue. Just going to put this here, like that, and then this is going to go right on top, and I did pop it up on foam. I left the foam that I used outside. So I'm going to use this. Hopefully it's the same. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, so I'm just going to add hot glue. On camera. Okay, I'm going to put some hot glue. And you guys can see it's coming together really fast. So, there's that. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and stamp my For Your Kindness piece because I want it to dry so it doesn't smear. And I did use Distress Oxide to stamp it. For this one, I think, do I want to do the same color? Yeah, we'll do the same. So I used Rusty Hinge for the stamping, and I already have it, I still have it placed on my little stamp tool here. I'm just going to ink it up. Hope that's not too much. And I'm going to stamp this. Hopefully that's straight. Oops. Okay, that's fine. It's all good. I think I pressed a little too hard on the sides. Whoa! Calm down. Okay. So there's that. I'll clean that off camera. Alright, now I'm going to set this to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and glue my thanks onto the foam. Oh, wait, no. I'm actually going to do some distressing. So, sorry guys, all over the place, like usual. Let me grab. So what I'm going to do is get all my colors here. Okay, so I'm going to use small tools because this is a smaller piece. And I'm just going to literally blend going upward. So starting from the bottom going up, I like to, for some reason I wanted to say it the way Drake did. Anyway. I'm just going to go from the bottom up and kind of blend so that way when I do the middle part it kind of blends nicely. And then dried marigold. So this is going to be in the middle. Went off. That's so weird. Fire alarms. Okay. So there's dried marigold, and then that's the only time I ever touched that one, and then this is Rusty Hinge. So I'm going to go up, down. Then I'm going to go back to Fossilized Amber and kind of make it a little bit darker at like the really, all the way at the bottom. And then it's going to slowly blend. Alright, so let me just show you guys how it looks. So there it is. It's a little bit lighter on camera, but it's nice. So this one's a little bit darker. When it so with oxides it oxidizes, so it's gonna turn a little bit more chalky. Right now it's a little wet, so it's looking darker, but it is gonna oxidize. So right now it's looking a little different. But okay, so now I am going to set it, yeah, get this out the way. And for the cinnamon sticks, I actually just used the same cardstock that I used to die cut the thanks and the tag card base, and I used my alcohol markers to color the cinnamon sticks. So I just added like some color to the cardstock and then I die cut it. But if you guys have Ohuhu markers, these are the colors I used. It's E761 and E679. So those are the two that I used. And then for this thanks, I am going to add a little bit of this Wink Stella. And this Wink Stella is in 000, which is the clear. So I'm just going to add some glitter. And this you won't see on camera. I always try to get it to be seen on camera and it just never does so. You could wait till it dries also, because it's going to get on the tip, but you can clean it. Yeah, you can't really tell, but it's on there, so you can do that, or you can add stickles, clear glitter. Okay, so there's that. I just used that, and then now I'm going to glue this thanks to this thanks, and I'm going to use some of this Ultra Bond. And I like to do just a couple letters at a time. Okay, so now that's all glued down. I'm going to set it to the side here. And I'm just going to throw this block on there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting this together. I'm just going to glue this down and okay, so just throw some ATG. Okay, so here's this. Oh, did I show you guys the card? So this is the card. All I did was I folded an 4 1/4 by 11-inch piece of paper, and then I used the die to die cut this. All I did was I just put the top of the die a little off of the folded part right here, and it just die cut everything. And I also made sure the stitching was going to touch the paper, so that way when it cut, the stitching will at least touch the paper, just not the part that actually cuts it, so that way it stays like a card. I hope that makes sense. Sorry guys. Okay, so now that that's on, it's coming together pretty quick. This is going to get glued on here, and we're going to put this onto foam. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some. Okay. And diamond dust has already set as well, so it's perfect. Just throw it there. Okay. Now this is going to get put onto here. Just going to lift it up a little bit to see where it's at. Cute. Okay. And then I'm going to put the thanks on here, but the little banner piece is actually going to go underneath it because the thanks is going to go right above it. So I'm going to add some glue to this one. And I'm not going to get the ends. I kind of got some on there, but that's okay. It'll be alright. So, ouch. Got my finger. Okay. So now I'm going to place where I'm going to put the thanks. And for your kindness, go down here. Just going to make sure it's on there straight. just gonna lift the edges or the ends and kind of flare them upward a little bit. And I'm gonna glue this thanks down. Alright, cool. So as you guys can see, it's coming together pretty quick. Love it. Okay, cool. Now for the buttons, I did use a like wire tool, like plier, and I use one that I don't use for my jewelry. So I have a couple of these. So this one I'm using for like anything that I have to cut, like buttons or anything like that that isn't for my jewelry. And all I do is I just go on one end, and it does take, these buttons are great quality, so you just gotta wait till you hear that click and then do it again on the other side. And I just have to go over it a couple times. And I do have to hold it because this thing will fly if you don't. This thing will fling over, and then the end just gets taken out. And now it's flat, and you can literally place it onto your project, because if you don't, then it's gonna like go upward like this, because it's a button. So you could see it's flat, and then here it just kind of rolls around. So that's how I did that. Okay. And then now I'm going to do the ribbon. I'm going to take these two pieces, which I just cut at random. I have large rolls of these. So I'm just going to put this here. I think I'm going to have this one be in front this time. Much. I think that with this, I think this needs to go there to break it up a little bit. So I just like to kind of have them flaring out so that way you can see both. Just like that. And I didn't have my hot glue gun in the kitchen. I don't bring it out there just because of kids. So I use liquid glue, but because I have my hot glue with me, I am going to just add a little bit. And again, if your fingers are very sensitive to the heat of a hot glue gun, don't do this. I think I've burned myself multiple times that like I have no feeling in my fingers. Okay, so like that. And then I did trim off a little bit because I just felt like they were too long. So I'm going to do that here. And you can also burn the edges so that way they don't fray. But these are actually doing pretty good, not fraying, so. I think these need to be a little bit shorter. Okay. So there's that. And then I'm just going to hot glue this. Actually, before I hot glue it, I'm going to take some of this string. This is actually from, where was it? Home Goods last year, I think, during Christmas. Then it's Martha Stewart. So I have this big roll, and I do have my little threading tool in here. And you guys have seen me use this before. So I'm just going to get, because this is a thicker thread than the hole, so I'm just going to pull it through. Alright, and then I'm just going to cut a piece. I think that should be long enough. Like that. And I'm going to tie a knot so that it stays in place, and even tying the knot, you could still open up the card. And if you want to stamp the card, you can as well on the inside. You could do a lot with this. So I just tie like once a little knot, and it'll stay, and then this will cover up that right there. So I'm just going to add some hot glue. And put that down here. Alright, and like I said, I have another project using the sub box. I did a Halloween cauldron shaker, I don't have a process video on that, but I will have a post on it. So if you guys would like to see it, it'll be on my Instagram, which will be my link tree. That is linked down below. And it's usually all the way at the end of like all the links that you guys see in the description box, or I mean in my link tree, or description box, sorry. So this one kind of unraveled, which is fine. But right here, that's how that looks. So like I said, I just tied it a couple times, not too tight, around the top part. And that's just so that way if I want to use this on a gift, or whoever I give it to, if they want to use it on a gift, they can untie it and then tie it to a present. So it acts as a decorative piece or an actual hanging element. So there is that. And the last thing I'm going to do is add some of these jewels. So like I said, these are topaz. And I just pulled some here, and I'm using one of each size. There's 3 different sizes in here. So I'm just going to pull 3. Just trying to grab these so that way it's easier for me to pick through. I thought I pulled out enough, but I guess I didn't. Okay, and I'm going to dot these onto my project in the same spot as I did with the last one. So I'm just going to add my glue. There you go. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put the leaf. So I have another one right here, same color. I'm going to place it up here. Make sure I don't glue down that baker's twine, or twine, and pop that into place. Alright, perfect. There we go. So, got 2 fall themed little gift tags slash cards. Again, they can be used as a tag or a card if you'd like. It doesn't have to be a tag, or yeah, it doesn't have to be a tag, so you can use it as a card. You can like temporarily glue in a gift card as well. I have this Bath and Body Works one. You can use a little bit of tape, stick it inside, and then tape this shut. But there it is, you guys. Again, I don't really do fall projects, so I try to come up with something that wasn't going to be too stressful for me, because since I don't really work with fall, I used to, but not anymore. I used to. But that's how the top looks. Here are the jewels, the button. Not two-dimensional. Here are the cinnamon sticks that I use the alcohol markers. Here's the one that I made off camera. This one I used the yellow. And like I said, if I remember, I will link down the paper pad that I used. I will do my best to also do a project share for Buttons Galore and More. I haven't done one in a while, but I am going to do a project share to share with you guys all the stuff that I made, so keep an eye out for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's quick process video. I love how they turned out, and I hope you guys did too. But I hope you guys have a great day, whatever day it is that y'all are watching this, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!